What's poppin' YouTube? Back at it again. Y'all tuned in with the Head of the Game podcast. Y'all read the title. Let's get busy. Alright, so this is an important subject for me, and I feel like, certain people should, I don't even just say certain people. I should say people that care enough to be in the know should be aware of this kind of thought process. So let's get into it. All right, so earlier today I was Googling some statistics, and statistics, depending on how you view, numbers and stuff like that, it can be a little tedious, a little boring. But I feel like if the interest is there as far as what you could get out of it or how you can apply this information, then I feel like once you're invested, then the tedious part is really like, afterthought, because you're looking at the big picture. So, with that being said, I was looking at, for my specific state, the medium income or the average salary, not just for just in general, but also for what I make it inside of my age bracket, my peers. Because right now, as you can tell, I work for FedEx Ground, make pretty good money. But what I realized is that, and this is not a video about comparing myself to the next man. It's more so of being aware of where are you at far as how you're positioned in the financial climate. Now, I mean, let's just get this across. It is a little bit of comparing, but at the same time, when you're in a society, there is a certain level of competition you got to factor in, that you can't ignore. Now, it's there's a subjective reality and there's an objective reality. The subjective reality is personalized on what are your values, what are your means, what works for you, because enough differs from person to person. But then also you got to have the objective reality of if something happens to the community, depending on who's positioned where, is going to determine how each individual person is affected. So with that being said, I was looking up some statistics. I make pretty good money. But what I realized is, I'm about 10 plus thousand short of what I should be making in my bracket, my peers. So with that being said, when you're looking at statistics as far as like medium cost of household, what else? Salary, the poverty line, occupations, all these different statistics gives you a sense of the reality that you live in outside of what you just see. You feel me? Out of what you just know, as far as the stores you go to, the people communicate with, your own little bubble. There's a bubble outside of that bubble that I feel like you don't worry about too much, but you just factor it in. So I just said all that to say I'm not gonna go through all list of statistics, but the main point of this video is just, be aware of how you're positioned and what your position is, and everything in a sense is a food chain. Where do you stack up against the people that are positioned? And when like I said, everybody got different variables, so just because somebody's doing this doesn't mean they got that. Everybody has their levels of advantages and disadvantages, and how that correlates inside of their life equation comes out with the ultimate answer, and which determines, because like I said, it just differs from person to person to decipher what is good and what isn't good, because everything ain't for everybody. So I just say all that to say, man, just be mindful, do your research, don't just be going through the motions, because time goes by like that, and before you know it, you don't want to be that person